Okay, so today let's take a look at the Not Too Shabby Virtual Craft Retreat Cottage Rose. Here is the kit that you get for the Cottage Rose Retreat. Look at all the amazing instructors who are going to be in this class. This is going to be taking place Saturday and Sunday, May 17th and 18th, and it's going to be right on YouTube. So it says right here, Friday, May 16th, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time is the kickoff. So technically Friday. So Friday, May 16th is the kickoff party, but the 17th and 18th is the actual retreat. Okay, so let's see what we get in this super cool kit. All right, first here we've got the Bloom Grow die. I'm such a sucker for sentiment dies. I absolutely love them when they're kind of larger too, so that you can really take up good space on your project. Really sweet die. Look at the color of the die too. Isn't that cool? Love it. Okay, so that's the Bloom die. Nice. And obviously you can tell there's going to be a lot of coordinating products here. All right, so we've got the really cool enamel dots. They're glittery. I hope you can see that. So sparkly and a really beautiful color palette. Does it say what color palette this is? Oh, Rose Cottage for the Cottage Rose. There we go. Okay, oh, my favorite ephemera. Love ephemera. All right, so here we can see there's a bunch of different pieces in here. This is called Cottage Roses. There's, the Cottage Rose girls. There's some floral sneakers. This girl back here's got a hat on. There's a sweet little lamb. There's some that have words on them too. I believe that says Flower Market. There's like a window with some chicken wire there. Let's see if it, here, let's go ahead and take these out and see if we can get a little better close-up view here. Take at least some of these out. Okay, so we've got that girl there, birdhouse, this really sweet picture. So you see that it's a very kind of a rustic-y, cottage-y feel, which big shock, right? It's called Cottage Rose. So we've got like just a very cozy, kind of springy, but I'm trying to think what's a good word for it. I think it's rustic, but without the darker tones of rustic. So I think that's what makes it more springy, in my opinion. Plus, there's birth and young animals and things, so it definitely has a spring vibe. It's a cool, little pink denim jacket. So you see a lot of florals, a lot of flower pots. There's this teacup here, again, more florals. Oh, I like just a nice floral sitting by itself. Oh, I'm sorry if you can tell the blue on my hands. I was doing some ink blending earlier. Oh, look at the little wreath. Okay, that's cute. And oh, okay, a nice little flannel with a tie in the middle. That's cool. Kind of wish I had that myself in my closet. All right, here's a candle and another picture. So there's a vase, a sweet home milk. So we get the idea here, right? It's very homey, very cottagey, kind of rustic, kind of like what you would expect out on a spring farm, I think. Oh, look at this little duck. It's just so cute. And this is just one section of the ephemera pack. Look, there's all these more in here. So there's a lot in this pack. My goodness, is there a lot. Okay, so I'm excited to see what is in store for us with this. All right, fix that there. Okay, and of course, it's not a Not Too Shabby retreat without beautiful papers. So here we have this Cottage Roses paper pad. It's 6x6 and there are 24 designs. 24 designs. That's kind of huge. And it's got a built-in sentiment pack. How cool is that, right? It's an actual sentiment set that is in your paper pad. I love when companies do that because you know it's going to coordinate. So we've got home is where love resides, memories are created, friends always belong, and laughter never ends. Home is not a place, it's a feeling. There's nothing like staying at home for real comfort by one of my favorite authors, Jane Austen. Home is the comfiest place to be. That's Winnie the Pooh. Where we love is home, home that our feet may leave, but not our hearts. Beautiful, beautiful sentiments. All right, and you can see here all the different kinds of papers that are in this pack. Look at all these designs. Wow, that's the top part. And it's really handy that they are clipped basically on the front cover here so that you have a real quick view of what you can get out of this pad. All right, and because I ordered it early, I also received the Colorful Linens paper pad that coordinates with the entire collection. So this is available for sale, so don't worry if you think you missed out. You didn't. You can still pick this up, and it's just a really handy solids set. So it's got a very cool linen look to it. All right, colorful linens. Okay, and then last but not least, by any means, we've got our stamps, dies, and stencils. So here, let's look at the stencil first. This is a chicken wire stencil, and you notice I mentioned chicken wire earlier, so it coordinates with the whole set. So chicken wire stencil, it's got that farmy, rustic feel to it. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. That's a really nice size stencil. I'm pretty sure it's 6x6. Yeah, 6x6 stencil, made in the USA, which is pretty cool. And it is a really nice size stencil, and it's got, when I say size too, I mean the openings I think are going to blend very nicely. I'm not going to have to worry about, you know, little pieces flipping up and things like that when I'm blending. I think it's going to work really well. Okay, and now we've got our stamps and our dies. This is the Rose Cottage stamp set that goes with this kit. Look how sweet this is. And this is, I mean, it's perfect for this whole collection. It blends beautifully in terms of what the different elements are here. So we've got this lovely little cottage with roses. We've got this lovely little lady who is, I'm assuming, living in the cottage. She's got her little basket of roses here. There's roses in a pot. We've got our chicken. We've got a basket of eggs here. There's another little lamb. We've got the chair and the table. You might recognize that there's the ephemera that really corresponds with this. So now our sentiments say, escape to your happy place. The best things take time to grow. Oh, there's a little butterfly. You're the rose in my garden of friends, and thank you for making life so sweet. So this is a really, really sweet set. And, you know, of course, I'm going to love any set that has coordinating dies. Dies are like a big deal for me. So I love that every single one of these has a die, including the sentiments, which is super awesome. All right, so that is the kit. So today we're going to see what we can make out of this while still maintaining the different elements, because I don't know what's coming in the class this weekend, so I don't want to use anything that will get used up in the class. So I'm going to be kind of strategic about what I use. The good thing is there are multiples of many of these, so even if I use a couple, I should be fine, and the class will be great. This is still available for sale. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, though, this kit. So I highly recommend, if you're into this design and this style, and really who isn't, I definitely would pick this up while you still can. If you are not able to follow along on the retreat, you can absolutely watch it on replay. It is, like I mentioned, on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it for free. It is a free virtual craft retreat. You can register for the retreat on the website. I'll make sure to include a link for that in my description box. And there are 7 workshops involved. And I did last year's retreat, and it was phenomenal. I still kind of look back, and I'm still in awe and using the techniques that I learned from last year's retreat. I just was blown away by the things that I learned. So highly recommend it. If you can't pick up the kit, or you're not interested in this particular kit, again, I don't know who anybody who wouldn't be, but if you can't get it right now, that's understandable. Try to join us and use what you have in your stash already. There are so many products from Not Too Shabby, and from other companies, of course, that will work beautifully with this. So definitely give it a try, but if you love what's in this kit, definitely pick this up while you still can. Like I said, as of right now, it's available. I'm not sure how much longer it will be. So grab it while you can, friends. Okay, so that's it, and let's see what I make next. Thank you so much. Bye.